Hey everyone, we have absolutely all been there. You're reading something online, you try to leave the website, and suddenly, boom, your screen is completely hijacked. So today, let's dive right into this explainer and impartially deconstruct a very specific, carefully engineered marketing funnel excerpt from an organization known as the Oxford Club. What we're doing here is analyzing the chronological journey of a user who's just trying to navigate and eventually exit their webpage. It's actually a fascinating look at the underlying mechanics of digital persuasion. Step by step, we're going to see exactly how information is presented to capture and, more importantly, retain human attention.
So, picture this. You've been evaluating a pitch, you decide you've seen enough, and you move your cursor up to close the tab. And out of nowhere, a massive, capitalized "wait" flashes right in your face. It's literally the digital equivalent of someone jumping in front of the door right as you reach for the handle. It's a completely jarring pattern interrupt, and it's designed as a highly engineered psychological tactic to stop you dead in your tracks and disrupt your intention to leave.
All right, Section 1. The exit interruption, halting the user journey. Notice how this relies on a super rapid, three-step psychological sequence to totally hijack your attention. First, you get the harsh interruption. Then there's this immediate pivot to a highly enticing hook featuring a specific figure, Alex Green. And finally, you get a direct command, don't leave before the reveal. By overwhelming you with this sudden cognitive load, the funnel basically overrides your initial decision to exit and provides your brain with a brand new, immediate directive. I mean, it doesn't politely ask you to stay, it straight up commands you not to miss out.
Moving right along to Section 2, the century's biggest window, analyzing the core claim.
Now, check out this massive, sweeping claim, which is attributed directly to Alex Green. And just to be completely clear here, we are not verifying this as financial fact or endorsing this strategy in any way. Rather, we're impartially highlighting this as the central marketing mechanism. This specific phrasing is meticulously engineered to create intense, almost irresistible urgency in the reader. It is focusing entirely on targeting the quote-unquote biggest window in a century.
And right there in the middle of it all, you've got this number, 100. It anchors the sheer scale and, frankly, the hyperbole of this pitch. By throwing out 100 years, the funnel purposefully elevates the stakes from just some standard everyday newsletter to a full-blown historical anomaly. It's essentially telling the reader that they are standing on the precipice of a once-in-a-century financial event.
This scale perfectly illustrates a brilliant psychological trap, FOMO, or the fear of missing out. The funnel forces you to weigh a remarkably simple physical action, like just closing a browser tab, against the incredibly heavy psychological weight of potentially missing a monumental financial reveal. Human brains are deeply, deeply wired for loss aversion, so when we're presented with this exact binary choice, staying just feels like the much safer bet to our primitive survival instincts.
Which brings us to Section 3, unlocking the offer, the pivot to reward.
Let's say you decide to stay, and you click a prompt to resume video or just stay on the page. The chronological journey abruptly shifts. We go from an urgent, almost aggressive warning to this upbeat, celebratory, "Congratulations, you unlocked a discount." Notice this psychological pivot. It's a classic marketing tactic utilized to make the user feel like they've achieved a victory or unlocked some hidden prize, simply through the passive act of not leaving the webpage.
Right after that digital pat on the back, you're hit with a limited-time discount on everything revealed today. This is absolutely vital to the funnel structure. It ensures that the high-stakes adrenaline generated by that initial wait smoothly transforms into purchasing urgency. You know, you've won the game, but suddenly the clock is ticking for you to actually claim your prize.
But that begs the real question, right? Behind all this manufactured urgency and hype, what are the actual deliverables being offered? What is the tangible product actually waiting for you at the end of this digital labyrinth?
Let's look at Section 4, the 3 core reports, the final deliverables.
Here's what they actually package together for you. You aren't just getting general advice, you're getting a newsletter subscription and 3 dramatically named financial reports: the price killers, the deflation dividend, and the great rebalancing. This naming convention is highly intentional. It is carefully engineered to sound authoritative, exclusive, and immediately actionable to the reader.
And honestly, this brings us to the climax of the entire architecture. The jarring warning, the 100-year historical claim, the faux celebration, the heavily branded reports, the whole shebang is engineered to lead precisely to one remarkably simple request: entering an email address. The funnel takes this massive macroeconomic claim and successfully distills it all the way down to a tiny little text box sitting on your screen.
Which leaves us with a genuinely fascinating question to ponder. When you encounter finely tuned marketing structures like this out in the wild, what is the actual transaction taking place? In today's digital economy, is an email address the true currency being traded for these massive financial promises? Think about that the next time you see a "wait" flash across your screen. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this structural breakdown empowers you to read the digital world with a bit more clarity. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next one.